Episode 114, Washington today has given us the perfect weather. I mean, if you take a look outside the tent here, look at that sun building out there. Sorry about that, the flag. Then we've got the look over here. You got the sun, but it's still kind of chilly. It's the perfect weather. Now I'm trying to decide whether I should eat this or whether I should eat that. It is absolutely the perfect weather. Episode 114 is the perfect weather. How about a toss inside the triplex? Boom, day 114, episode 114, day 147. We just got dropped off by the bus here. I can't, Jonah, bus. And we got, who here without a trail name?
Chuck.
Chuck, so no trail name for Chuck. He's watched your channel early on, right?
Yeah.
Before you got on?
Yeah.
You're on your way to Canada?
That's right.
You're looking
Not
good.
Not too much longer.
We were talking about all the things that we face with, but I'm gonna take you by surprise. I just popped the camera up. So all these miles you got under your belt now, all the weeks and the months, you got better at something. Right, so what could you share with the audience right now that you think you got better at? I mean, through all the processes and things we do every day here on the trail, anything you got better at, you think?
Planning less, just knowing everything will work out. Go with the flow.
Yes, so Unicorn here is the planner, and she'll wake up and she'll be like, hey, we're gonna get a hitchhike, and then a second later, someone just right?
Just appears,
it just happens, right? Things like that happen. So you just get on and you walk and you make sure you have enough water and things unravel.
Exactly.
Well, Chuck, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us know, giving us support early on. Happiest known time, buddy. So here you go, buddy. Good luck getting to Canada.
Likewise.
And we'll catch you on the other side, brother.
Thanks.
Yep. Episode 114, day 147. In case I goofed up with Chuck. See what today has in store for Rental and Unicorn. Boom, episode 114. This is how it's gonna be for a little bit until some of these bubbles pass and I just get back to some micro shots, which I will get you. Thank you very much. Again, Chuck, thank you for watching. It means a lot. And these comments down below about we're gonna miss you and stuff. It's not over yet. I still have to walk. I can still fall and break my face. So thank you very much. But I have right here a special person with me. Yes, I do. And your trail name would be?
Thor.
Thor. So Thor, let's talk about mileage. You did how many miles? About 7,000 total in your life?
Yep.
All right, you told me 7,000? Which trails were they, sir?
Appalachian Trail, Pacific Crest Trail, and then a dozen smaller
So we're talking
trails.
A few years back, right? You weren't born yesterday, right?
No.
Who'd you hike with? I mean, someone notable.
Yeah, I through hiked the AT. That was my first through hike in 1999.
Okay.
And I hiked most of it, probably about 4.5 months of it with Yogi and another hiker, Citrus, and Patch, and some other hikers.
And some people out there watching will know this for sure. Some of the viewers won't know. Yogi runs Triple Crown out there by Grumpy's at the Sierra.
And she wrote the How to Hike the Pacific Crest Trail, the Continental Divide Trail, and the Colorado Trail.
And you're
books.
probably mentioning there somewhere that she's got hiking partners, right?
Just a few.
Just a few.
Yeah.
Definitely. I know you're being humble, but this is great to meet you, Thor, on trail. That was back before apps were telling you that water's here and water. You just got to go with your gut, go with the flow.
Yeah.
I love it, Thor. 7,000 miles. This go around. You're doing this section here. You're going from Canada down to as far as you can go here now this year.
The fires.
You got better at something. What'd you get better at, brother?
I don't know. Packing probably food, rationing. Like most of the time when I come into town this trip, I've come in with just, a Cliff Bar or 2 or 3 crackers, and that's it. So
you did get better.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Process improvement. Doesn't matter how many miles, you can always get better at something.
Or I'm getting better at being hungry.
Indeed. Indeed. I didn't think about it that way. Right. So Thor, thank you very much for your time. We're hashtagging happiest known time. Right. You look very happy. We're feeling happy. We're back on trail. Yeah. We're going to catch everyone on their side. We're hashtagging happiest known time. Thor, thank you very much for your time.
All right.
We wish you very, very well in your future adventures and your future hikes.
All right, thank you.
All right, catch you on the flip. So, making our way up to our campsite. We normally don't do a lot of miles when we come out of a Nero, but we're doing what we can, always heavy. But man, what do you think about the weather today? It's perfect weather, right? It's like
perfect.
It's like 50 with a breeze, and when you stop to cool down, I will have to say this. I think out of all the days hiking, in terms of the weather, let's think about this, not the hike, not the views, not the trail, but in terms of the actual weather, the lack of the bugs, the crispness of the air, not needing to be at, 11,000 feet elevation for a week. This is, in my humble opinion, the perfect weather. Catch everyone on the other side. Episode 114. Boom, you know we're gonna meet it. Trail name, please.
Princess.
Princess, okay, Princess, been a little bit a minute after all these miles. I didn't even prep her because we don't have time now because time's pressing.
Yeah.
Okay, so after all these miles, is there something you got better at? If you can think, I'll give you a second to think.
Oh my gosh.
Tell something you're maybe proud about or maybe not proud about, or
Since the beginning?
just whatever you think you got better at, like after all this time.
Just camping wherever.
You're good
I
with
don't
just playing
care.
camp roulette.
Yeah, like last night I got in, it was dark. I couldn't find a site, but there was a spot. It was good enough. I found it. I went to sleep. I was on a slope, whatever. It's fine.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's kind of sketchy out here, you know?
There was this lake, and it was like dark, and there was moss in the trees and mist on the lake, and it looked like a witch was gonna come out and get me. And I was alone, and then in the morning, Willie comes out of the trees, and she's like, "I was so scared last night." And I was like, "I was so scared last night."
You hit it on the dot. This forest has a silent, eerie side to it, where like,
and the trees creak.
the four horsemen are gonna come running out over the top, but it's a beautiful dark.
It is.
It's a beautiful darkness.
beautiful.
But other than that, thank you very much. Still living happy as known time.
Yes,
Right? Yes,
love
you
you
are.
guys.
We're gonna catch everyone on the flip. But thank you very much, Princess. You're looking good. Have a good one. It's a beautiful feather. Wow, look at that. Wow. I don't know if it's focusing right.
So blue.
Yeah. But yeah, very blue. Boom. Episode 114. And it looks like Unicorn is pounding away, getting the triplex set up. Episode 114 here, excuse me here, let me get my hand right here. This is where we're camping. We just left Trout Lake. Trout Lake Inn was cool. We liked it. It was awesome. The Nero was, we haven't zeroed in Washington. So, I think that's pretty awesome. You know, early on some injuries forced us to take zeros, but I think this is how I'd have been rolling right now, injury free. We got some plans to get out and get to Cascade, hit bridge, and that's 70, 80 miles. I don't know. Actually, Unicorn, how many miles did we do today?
We did a little over 10 miles today.
That's a lot for us coming out of a Nero or zero. We normally just drop like 5 or 6 and eat, but I tell you what, theme of the day, perfect weather, 50 degrees, a cool breeze, sun was coming down, but it's also the perfect weather on coming out of a Nero when you have a lot of food choices. Everyone knows the backpack's full and you're going, I don't know what to eat. You know, it's, should I eat this? Should I eat that? Right? So it's pretty much the perfect weather in terms of whether I should eat this, whether I should eat that. So to me, that's the perfect weather, right? It's the perfect weather, and it's the perfect whether you should eat this, whether you should eat that. So versus the last day coming into camp and you got like half a ramen or a Cliff Bar and you're eating it and you don't have any choices. In the beginning you have choices. But yes, this is my ideal hiking condition weather for me personally, where when you stop you start to get cold and you can keep going. The air's crisp, no mosquitoes, no bugs, no spider webs. And if you're fortunate enough, you can probably roll into some of those berries that Washington has to offer. Although things are getting a little bit thinner down here as we're coming south, ready to tap the Oregon border and Bridge of Gods. We're just so fortunate to be able to have so many good friends. We just saw Princess. We saw her last time was down at South Lake Tahoe, and Cookie's probably not too far behind, but it is, you know, in the comments we've read, I've got 3 episodes that haven't been uploaded that I think I can upload. I just didn't have enough time, so when you see this, it's probably going to be like kind of a scattered lag, but thank you for the comments. There are some future things planned ahead for us right now. We just have to focus on this and get out of this alive and healthy. But thank you very much, everyone, for the support. We're going to get ready for dinner. We're going to have the perfect weather. Weather this mountain house, weather that mountain house. Life is really good, even though we just not only started eating mountain houses, we've been together for quite some time, Unicorn and myself, but we never ate mountain houses. We never hiked and said, hey, let's go.
Well, what's the newest thing that we just tried?
The Nors. For some reason, we stayed away from the Nor packaging forever.
Not for some reason, because it says you have to boil it for 7 minutes, and that takes up more fuel.
Yeah, for whatever reason, those 2 things we just never thought of ever just packing out. It was almost like it wasn't creative. It was like this package and you eat it. But we're at the point right now where that is becoming very ideal. So let's take a look at what we have up here. The Widowmakers were making tons of noises. Oh wow, just like right off the trail. So let's take a look at this view right up there for everyone. That is it. That is this grand forest of Washington. Cool air, great water, great views if you can hike through the fog that we had. Happiest known time. Catch it up on the flip. I still got my lime green on. Yes, I do. On and on and on. I still got my lime green on. Again, shout out to Sweetness. Shout out to Tree Boy. We're going to do this again someday. I don't know, man. They're doing CDT next year. That would be a trip, you know, if that happened. But let's take it one day at a time. Unicorn, getting ready for some dinner.
That's right.
It's getting crisp.
A little bit.
Got to get the puffy on.
A little bit.
Bada boom, bada bing. Catch you on the flip. Catch you on the other side.